Today's video is brought to us by MagTech Ammunition. Whether I'm shooting rifle or pistol, if I'm on the range training, MagTech Ammunition is along for the ride. Now, this one I'm going to show you is one that I think is very salient to you. This is in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay? Now, what's going to go down here as this one goes, girl getting in this car, it's late at night, it's like 12:45 at night. It's Nashville. Every place is a bar in Nashville, and everyone's playing country music. Okay? If you don't have a guitar and you can't sing, you don't live in Nashville. That's how it works. They have left the bar. She's actually performed at an open mic night. This guy right here has asked her for her number, and she decided not to give it to him. So how many rules of stupid has she broken so far? At least 2. Okay? So what you see here is he keeps asking for her number, and she's like, nah, man, I'm done. I don't want to give you my number, whatever. And he's being very aggressive. And when she decides not to, he decides to jump on the hood of her car and smash her windshield in. Now, she gets out there and decides to get out of the car. And now she's like, oh, I'm going to call the cops on you. And of course, that's going to piss him off. And he's going to grab a hold of her, and right off camera there, he's going to slap her around a bunch. And then thankfully the friends are going to intervene, and the rest of that, they didn't show some of the rest of that. And then the cops show up, and he was long gone by then. So there was not all those people. They came out of the club, but a couple of them, there was one person in the car with her. Now, okay, was she right to try to get away from this creep who was being aggressive and trying to get her phone number? She didn't want to give it. Yep. Where was her mistake here? She got out of the car. Get to safety. The dude just kicked your windshield in. What has he skylined himself as? A physically violent human being. He's just said, I'm willing to do crazy amounts of damage to your vehicle. Oh, let me get out and let's talk about this some more. That was a terrible idea. Drive off. Call 911, give them a description, and file an insurance claim. Escape. Okay? Get out of there. Here's my problem. Somewhat in the age of social media, people feel like they have to get even, or they have to show him a thing or two. He needs to know he can't do that. That's all well and good, except for you put your safety at risk. Don't do that. Get out of the situation. I tell folks all the time, listen, if that guy is all kinds of mad, this stuff goes down, she gets on the phone with 911, or there's a cop on the street corner here because it's Nashville on a Friday night and it's midnight, and she says, that guy just kicked my door in. Guess what she's just done? She's outsourced her violence. Because the cop's going to come up to that guy and go, hi, friend, we're having a talk right now, and I have a free pair of bracelets for you. And deluxe accommodations. And that guy goes, no, friend, I want to have a fight with a cop. Would you rather have him fight you or fight your cop buddy? I have a lot of cop friends, and I go, I really appreciate you because you take butt kickings for me. You have fights I don't want to have. Outsource your violence. You realize that cops can be violent, right? That's in their wheelhouse. They can do those things. That's what happens. So, in other words, make good choices. Make good choices. And don't break the rules of stupid. Now, if the fight actually comes, here's the thing. I used to teach a lot of technique. Here's how you break a grip. Here's how you do those things. You know what the reality is? Really, attitude is king. If you can summon in you the rage monster that says you don't have any right to me and I'm going to live through this, you may or may not, you'll probably come out okay. That's the honest truth. If you can summon the rage monster, you can do that. And Tina, did you feel that in that moment where you're like, I'm going to live through this? Yes. How many years of Kung Fu have you taken? You don't have any Kung Fu training? How many MMA fights have you fought? Do you have a belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? No. You don't? Then how did you win? Guys, at the core, okay, so you got to have some, at the end of the day, I want you to have some skills. And I'm going to encourage you, yes, to go and get some empty-handed skills training, whether that's jiu-jitsu or striking arts or boxing in your local gym, not just a one-off thing. And I'm not talking about Taibo, okay? I'm not talking about fitness boxing. I'm talking about somebody that is teaching you combat, teaching you how to beat someone up. Now, I like, in that, if you don't want to get hurt, jiu-jitsu is like, it's snuggle struggles, right? It's Let's put on PJs and simulate murdering each other. It's really kind of fun. But, yay, murder PJs. But, and you don't get hurt very much, right? The art that I study is a little bit more striking in it. Okay, fine. But really an indomitable spirit is the key. Now, I would say this. Sometimes you got to learn how to let that out a little bit. In the art that I study, we call that walking the dragon. So sometimes the reason that I want you to get to training and to do your martial arts classes, and I don't care what fitness you are, having some of that in your wheelhouse, even doing it once a week, it teaches you how to walk the dragon a little bit. Because if in that moment, you may not know, listen, when I got to let this warrior spirit out, I don't know how it's going to act. And it might be highly uncontrolled unless I've ever walked it on a leash. So one of the best things that we get at our martial arts school, we do what we call freestyle sparring, right? So we put the mouth guards on, the headgear on, the gloves and all that stuff. And somebody else steps in and, okay, it's time. He's trying to beat me up a little bit. No, he's not trying to hurt me. He's trying to beat me, right? Live sparring. And I go, nope, you're not beating me. And the fun one for me is when I go, okay, so we can do that. We're having fun. Ha ha, this is great. We're bang, bang, bang and all that stuff. And then my teacher goes, now do it like somebody's trying to hurt your family. And I go, you just had trouble, buddy. And now I'm going to summon the inner rage monster because you have to get through me to get to my wife friend and you're going to kill me to do it. And every time all my friends in the training center go, oh God, really, John? Come on, stop. And I go, no, sometimes I'm going to walk the dragon. And if you want to watch me walk him, I'm going to walk him and it's going to go. We're going to go. No, come on, hurt me. I dare you. This is going to go really bad because if you're going to kill me, you're going to get to my wife and my children and you aren't getting to my wife and my children. That's it. Because if I go, you're going with me. You got to learn to walk it a little bit. But that indomitable spirit is key. And I will say this, you have to summon that because here is an absolute rule of self-defense for women. Never let yourself be taken to a second location. When he says get in the car, he is only doing that to take you to a place where he has nobody watching him. And for some reason, a lot of women think, oh, but he won't go that far. If he'll stick a knife in your throat, I think a big for instance, he said, lock the door. He didn't tell you what. As soon as you lock the door, what did he say? Great, now I have access to you, I'm going to kill you dead. Now, of course, that's not a second location, but the heart is the same thing. You heard it in her story. Okay? The second he says, you're coming with me, I'm going to be real honest with you. Make him kill you right there. Because when he takes you to the second location, he's going to kill you in grisly ways there. He may not have the courage to do it in public. Never go to the second location. When they say, get in the car or you're coming with me. Nope, you have to summon the rage monster that says, I am going to just fight until you completely remove my consciousness. And usually that much indignation will do it. I put one on the channel. I don't have it for you tonight. Gosh, I should have put it in there. Gosh darn it. Very recent, and it's kind of made the rounds on social media, is a police officer from Lemoore, Illinois. And she's doing a traffic stop. She does some bad cop things. She makes some mistakes as a cop, okay, some procedural problems. Dude pulls a gun and sticks it in her face. And she grabs a hold of that gun and starts screaming at the top of her lungs. No, 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 don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, no, 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 I'll leave, leave me alone. Thank God she had a partner that was coming because he knew things were a little bit hinky, and he showed up and shot the guy in the face. And a lot of people gave her a hard time for it. They're like, oh, she panicked, she was screaming, all these things. I go, but she summoned her inner beast. She summoned the rage monster that said, I'm going to fight this guy who has a hold of a gun and I'm not going to let him shoot me in the face with it. And held him off long enough for her partner to show up. And filled that dude in. Okay, I'm down with that. And I said so. It's kind of funny. A couple of my cop buddies were like, John, you gave her too much benefit of the doubt. I go, no, no, no. We can talk about levels of arousal and those things, and she was maybe over the top and all that stuff, but she summoned that inner rage monster and said, I'm not going to die today. That dude's not shooting me in the face. That's a winner. That's a winner, okay? Never let yourself be taken to the second location. I have a good one for you here. This is out of Germany. A couple of dudes see this young girl, 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid. She's got her headphones in. What does the headphones mean for your awareness? Most of you got the volume up too loud. You can't hear what's going on around you. You dang kids in your punk rock music and your parachute pants. Okay? My suggestion is one ear only. in your headphones. If you won't do that, volume down low enough that you can hear what's going on around you, okay? I have more of it too. You know, you dang kids these days. The dang kids. All right, no, that one's there. All right, here she comes down the stairs. These two guys decide, this one guy's going to hit her over the head with a beer bottle. Watch him hit her, bang. But what he doesn't know is she's a Taekwondo champion. And she's got an indomitable spirit. And his buddy comes down and goes, hey, let's take her down here and do bad things to her. And she kicks him in the nuts. And kicks the other guy in the back and drives them off. Now, gotta be honest with you. She's a Taekwondo champion. Guess what? That fight, she had never fought in Taekwondo ever in her life. Somebody grabbing her from behind. She's very used to having people way out here that she can kick at some significant distance. She was not used to having somebody behind her like that. And never in her Taekwondo sparring life did it ever start with, and dude hits you on the back of the head with a beer bottle. That's a bad day. It's not like the movies where it shatters over your head. No, a beer bottle is a stout sucker. Could have knocked her out, but she hung in there. Why? Because she had an indomitable spirit and a will to fight. No, I'm not going to be taken anywhere by you guys. I'm going to fight you right here. And she won. Good for her.